Okay, we're back. We're gonna do the back gears. I just did a dry fit of this thing and boy, it went a lot easier than I expected. Maybe we'll do an angled view here. So you're gonna want to make sure you lube the shaft and inside the bull gear there, the eccentric shaft, because it's a little hard to get to. I'm not sure how they expect you to lube it through the oiler in the back gear, but I guess there's a way if they put it in there. But for now, you know, we put some whey oil on here, keep that nice and slippery. Same thing on here. So we know the back gear goes in like this because the small gear lines up with the bull. So I'm just going to set that in there roughly because it's going to get all recombobulated here when we start to put the shaft in. There's a few things to note. This thing goes in here and retains the shaft. This thing goes in here and retains the shaft in the back. So everything's riding in here and on there. So I'm gonna put a little oil in there before we forget. Now this isn't, I mean, I say it's not as important, but of course it's important, but it's not as important as the lube on the bull gear because it's gonna be rotating the entire time the spindle's on. This only rotates when you're changing the back gears in and out. So, one thing to note. So what we're going to do is we're going to slide this in. There's a collar here. We want to make sure we get that collar started on here. So, that's good. That collar on. We start it. Side here. Now because this is an eccentric, it's going to be a little hard to get this in, so you can turn it till it wants to pop in. And then this is going to loosely line up here, but we don't have to worry about that right now. And put our thrust washer on the end. Just this little plastic washer. Use a screwdriver just to poke it in there. There we go. And I think that's it. I'm gonna loose fit some of this stuff on. Try to line it up. Alright buddy, I'll see you in a bit. We also have to try to engage these gears. Now, take that screw out of course, because it's the retainer. And there's a little index mark here, it says 0. We want that to line up at the top here. Hear that oil squeezing out. Oh boy. Alright, my bolt tool's not really lining up, but okay. That's the basic idea though. So now what I gotta do is, you know, turn this a little bit till the bolt lines up here. I may have to fight with this a little bit to get it to engage that properly. But so far it looks pretty good. I wonder if we were to take our little screwdriver handle, wherever I put it. See that? That's going to be moving that in and out. And what I can't remember is when it's in this position, if exactly how this is timed. I don't, if you look in the end, I'm turning this, well, keep all this stuff in place. You see it turning. So. That looks like it's disengaged, which, yeah, kind of makes sense. There we go. I think one of my gears is in. The other one is too. There. Okay, yeah, that's good. But what I'm trying to get at though is that this thing is supposed to be clocked so that it's one way in one of the extents. I think it goes from 0 to 180. Or something to that effect. Just throw some screws on this other end so I'm not having to hold this in. I don't know, I like to put things together slowly like this when I don't fully understand them, because it helps me to understand it, of course, and more importantly than just trying to understand it is make it right, because if you don't understand something, how do you know how to put it together right? So I look for things like, okay, is there end play here? Is this thing going to shift around? Something big and clunky like this, you should be able to feel the end play. It's not a, it's not a motorcycle transmission or something like that where you don't want much end play in the gears. This is big industrial gearing, and we do have some play, but if you look, a lot of that play just because this collar isn't adjusted. So they were nice enough, smart enough to give us a means to adjust that. Might be smart just to tweak that down just a little bit. The right wrench, of course. Wonderful. push this out. Oops. Jeez, what exactly do we want to have happen here? So this plate is coming from this guy not being engaged, so I have to deal with that somehow. See if I can push this out enough. Get my hands on here. Try to turn it. It's tough because I got all this oil on it, of course. But what are you gonna do? Okay, so there's the tap tool. Okay, now I can see it. Alright. I'm loosely gonna put this in. Tight, that's pretty tight.